everybody. Welcome back to Ignition Point. I'm Debbie Hart.
Sean Finnegan.
And today we have your good friends.
Yes, my good friends, Ryan and Jeff Gardner, bucked up. They don't need an introduction. Anyone who drives anywhere in this whole freeway gets to see them.
That's
or if you
right.
go into any gas station, you see their incredible products. I mean, I am a huge bucked up fan. I have a bucked up fridge in here.
You do.
I drink the product. I do the pre-workout. I love everything you do. You guys have somehow figured out.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, it's like your commercial here, but
That's right.
you've somehow figured out to make something taste good and help you with performance, which like so many times you taste these pre-workouts and they just taste so bad and chalky and everything else.
I can't take it if
or
it
the
tastes
energy
bad.
drinks and everything else. I mean, it's amazing what you guys have been able to do.
Honestly, at the beginning, we went out to try pre-workout and what it tastes like.
We had
almost
no clue what a pre-workout was.
We almost had to plug our nose to drink these, and they were terrible.
Yeah.
It wasn't too hard to come up with something that tasted
tastes
better.
better.
Yeah. So we want to hear the story. I've heard this story. I love this story. It's like one of my favorite stories of entrepreneurship and what you guys have done. So let's really start from the beginning.
Super competitive.
Yeah, we grew up on a farm. We were just hard workers. I mean, we were taught to work really hard. So that's one thing that probably gave us a good edge, is that we were willing to work. We realized what we didn't want to do when we grew up.
Yeah,
we didn't want to be on a farm.
You don't want to be farmers.
That's some hard work.
Yeah.
Then we went on our missions for the church here in Utah, the LDS church, and then we basically came down and they used us as glorified sales people,
because of your 2 years of experience.
Yes,
we were
exactly. Knocking door to door.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not hard to sell when you're selling religion. It's
That's
not
a
hard
really
to
hard
sell
sell.
over the phone.
Any sale is easier than that.
Yeah, they tell you no over the phone. It's a lot easier than them saying it to your face.
Right.
So then we got into calling on the phone, and then we ended up doing leads online. We realized the guy that was making a lot of the money was the guy producing the leads for the
marketing
floor,
dude.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Right.
So we figured out that marketing in Utah here. We were one of the first to figure that out, and we didn't know what we were doing. We just went and worked hard until we figured it out.
Put our heads down, figured it out,
For
started
other
producing.
people's companies.
Yeah, so
though,
people
right?
would come to us with a product or a service and say, hey, I've got this product. And then all we would do is turn around to our affiliate network. We called Big Payout at the time. And we would put that product or service into the affiliate network, and then they would drive traffic to the person's website. But we would be consulting the guys that brought us the product. We were like, hey, you got to do this to your website. You got to do this.
Product's not ready a lot of times. You help them through the process.
And their pages were
so
just
bad.
terrible.
So bad.
And
we
nowadays,
taught them how to do it all.
And nowadays they call them ClickFunnels. We were doing it before it was called ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
And we were telling people exactly how to do it. So after building a dozen or 2 dozen other people's companies, we said, man, we need to start doing this for ourselves. And a guy that was, my dad introduced us to a guy that was making this product called L-arginine, and it was for high blood pressure. And it lowered his blood pressure. He said, you have such a good product. You need to go talk to my boys. They'll help you. Well, when they walked into our office, which was down at the old PMI building in Linden,
right?
He walked in and I said, hey, we're not interested in building other people's companies anymore. We want to be a part of it. So within about 45 minutes, we were 50-50 partners in this product.
Wow.
And we looked at his website. It was terrible, but he was
selling,
still making a little money.
Like somehow he was selling.
Yeah. And we were like, how is this possible? So what we did was within about 3 weeks, we changed his website and put our marketing behind it. And he was doing about $700 a day,
$600 a day.
And now 3 weeks later, we were doing about $3,500 a day.
Wow.
Yeah, what a great deal for him
Yeah.
to partner with you.
Well, and we just said, just make sure, please, just make sure you fulfill them on time.
And just make sure you have enough products. So
we had been driving traffic to a whole bunch of different companies, and they just were crazy. Like, they wouldn't help them with customer service. They wouldn't give them tracking numbers.
Out of product.
We're like, hey, let's do this right. It could be big.
Go in the front door, out the back.
Exactly.
And this product was called L-arginine Plus, but we wanted to get some search volume because we were paying for pay-per-click on Google. And we noticed this website that said larginine.com was ranking #1 on Google. And we're like, he's not even selling anything. He's like got just education, like what L-arginine does and how it's beneficial for you. And
just
we said,
the benefits of L-arginine and everything.
Jeez.
we said, we need that site. Who owns it? And we found out that a guy in the UK owned the website. He owned the name larginine.com. We said, how much can we buy this for? You know, we have a product we want to put on. He goes, it's not for sale, boys.
Ooh,
and we said, everything's for sale.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on, how
What's
much?
the price?
Bring it on.
So for larginine.com, he sold us that domain for $25,000.
And at the time, we were like, "Whoa, that's expensive." But we
Yeah,
said,
it was a
"Hey,
risk.
let's take the chance on this." After we had talked, and we just said, "Hey, let's take the chance. Let's buy larginine.com," and we did.
So about 4 or 5 years, we were making about $3 or $4 million a year just off of that one
a
product.
single product, single
I
ingredient.
mean, that whole
Wow.
thing, getting that domain changed
Yeah.
the search, everything else.
Yeah.
Well, what ended up happening is we ended up starting to rank #1 when we ended up taking over that site. A couple months later, as the pay-per-click, they shut it all off because the FTC is saying, hey, people are pay-per-clicking this, like increased nitric oxide, help with erectile dysfunction. So they shut it all off, and all the volume came to us. And so we were killing
What timing?
That was
Yeah,
good
it's
timing.
good timing. Great timing.
Shortly after, probably a year after, we saw an article in Sports Illustrated, and it said deer antler spray banned in all professional sports
And
in
Major League
MLB,
Baseball.
like
Yeah.
Major League Baseball and professional sports, and even NCAA it was banned. And we're like, what is deer antler spray? Is this like a hunting product? What is it?
We literally thought it was a hunting product. Like, what is it?
We go to GoDaddy and we look up deer antler spray, and it's available for $6.99.
Oh no.
So we said,
This is another
Buy this
L-arginine product, right?
we thought it was another L-arginine home run. So we bought it. We built out a website. Ryan sourced product from Florida.
A guy in Florida.
He bought 3,500 bottles of this spray.
It was like the minimum order quantity.
And the idea is that you spray this under your tongue and it helps you recover faster.
Okay.
And it's real deer antler.
It's deer
The
antler
velvet
velvet
stuff?
extract.
Velvet, yeah.
I had the velvet that
Yeah,
comes off their thing.
right.
And they feel like it gives an athlete an edge, and so that's why they ban it, because it helps you repair really, really quick. That antler, that velvet extract contains a hormone called IGF-1. Now, injectable IGF-1 is bad, but this one just helps you recover a little bit faster than you normally would.
It kind of tells your body to kick out more of it,
Yeah.
you know, of its own. So they banned it. We thought it was a home run, but we get this website, super nice with this logo, and we're like, this is going to be
This is gonna
awesome.
kill it.
And nobody,
You turn on the switch.
We thought we just turned
ready
on
to
the
go.
switch and we were
all of a
getting
sudden
sales.
This is
We
like
were
this
used to it.
big, yeah.
nobody read the article in Sports Illustrated. We were probably getting 5 or 10 sales a day.
Yeah.
Really?
And that was it. And we're like, after 3 or 4 months, we looked at each other and we're like, hopefully we sell all this product before it expires.
Like it's going to take us years.
Yeah.
It's going to take us, well, we hope in less than 2.
And on the 5th or 6th month, all of a sudden we walk into the office and there's 100 orders. And we're like,
Something happened.
crazy. In another few minutes, like probably 10 minutes later, another 100 orders. And we're like, what is going on? And somebody happened to call us and they said, turn on the TV right now. And we turned it on, and on SportsCenter, Ray Lewis is getting accused of taking deer antler
Oh
spray.
no.
Yeah, let's
Yes,
go.
right before the Super Bowl, the media week.
Yeah.
And he kind of couldn't have done it better because he's like, a reporter said, I have receipts that show that you bought deer antler spray. And he goes, I bought it, but I didn't take it.
Oh, perfect.
Sure.
Yeah.
So-
He was ready for the answer.
He probably didn't take it.
Right.
But everybody started to go look at deer antler spray.
And
They-
of
they
course,
plugged it
we
in.
popped #1 because we own the domain name.
So this $5 or $6 bottle of deer antler spray, we were selling for $39.95. It was selling so fast that we said, mark it up. We're going to run out.
Yeah.
We
Let's
marked
slow
it to
down.
$59. Didn't stop. $79. Didn't stop. We sold every bottle the rest of the day for $99 a bottle, and we sold out of 2,600 bottles in
Yeah,
one
about
day.
2,600
That's all we had
bottles.
left.
Right.
Wow.
So
Then the
we're onto
very-
something here.
Yeah, and then the very next day, GNC calls us and says, how fast can you get us 30,000 bottles?
30,000.
And we were like,
and
what?
that's just the fill-in.
Yeah.
then they get repeats.
So
You know,
I
after.
called the manufacturer. It's the funniest thing. I go, hey, this is Ryan with Deer Antler Spray. He goes, I thought I'd be hearing from you. How many
I was waiting
how
for
many do
your
you
call.
need? And
Yeah.
I'm like, we need at least 50,000. And I need it really, really fast. And he's like, 3-4 weeks I can have it done. And sure enough, within 3 or 4 weeks, we were selling in GNC, selling thousands and thousands
They
of bottles.
bypassed all the red tape.
Yeah.
Normally, to get like into GNC, just through their legal and the process of setting up planograms, it takes about 8 months.
Yeah.
No.
We did it in
They're
3
like,
weeks.
This is hot right now. They know.
So we were selling these deer antler spray bottles, and we started going to all these expos, these fitness expos. And we were like, hey, we're selling deer antler spray, but what is everybody else selling? And they were selling a pre-workout. And like we said, we went and tried to taste some of these, and we were like, what the heck is this?
And they said it tastes bad because it works.
Yeah, right. That was the
yeah.
that was the sell.
He's like, Charlie.
And the other thing is I remember looking at Jeff and going, my face feels like it's going to melt off. What is going
itching.
on?
I think I'm
must be allergic, right? And it's beta-alanine. Beta-alanine helps buffer lactic acid, and that's why it's found in 99% of pre-workouts. But we were like, wow, these all taste like garbage. You don't know what's in it. So we said, hey, everybody's selling a pre-workout. We need to come up with one. And we said, hey, what should we call it? We stuck with the deer theme and called it Bucked Up.
We went to GoDaddy.
Genius name.
Yeah,
We went
to GoDaddy, of course.
Yes. We go to GoDaddy, buckedup.com. It was for sell for $1,500 or best offer.
You're like,
we didn't even
ooh.
hesitate.
We didn't even negotiate.
Buy.
Just
Yeah.
Buy
purchase
right now.
and buy.
Done.
And it kind of grew from there.
So, and then we just said, hey, we need to be a little bit different than every other pre-workout. What should we do? We actually made it to where it was non-proprietary blend. So you can see exactly what ingredients we used and how much we used in it. And that was a game changer because nobody else was doing it. In fact, there was tons of people telling us, hey, don't do that. They'll knock you off.
And we said, let's let them just compete with us in marketing because that's what we're good at.
That's our forte.
But that was in 2016. In about 2017, we became the #1 best-selling pre-workout on the market.
Like a year later. We actually launched in 2016. We took 1,000 bottles of Bucked Up to the LA Fit Expo in January. We took 1,000 bottles to launch, and we sold all 1,000 bottles in 2 days. Our product tastes really good.
Yeah.
And we would
does.
say, hey, this has
is what's
6
in it.
grams of citrulline.
Yeah.
Go ask the neighbor how much they have.
Go see
and
how
they were
that
like,
goes.
yeah. Our whole blend is only 3 grams. So it's like, look, we're using clinically proven ingredients at their clinical dose. Just wait till you try it. And we sold them all. And we're sales guys.
People were giving their products away, but we're from Utah. We were too frugal.
We did
like
not
typical
want-
Utah people, we were a little frugal. We weren't throwing our little sample packs out or anything. We said, we have a dispenser, go try it.
A drink
If you
dispenser.
like it,
Been to those with you guys.
wait till you taste it. And you think it tastes good, wait till you work out with it. And because we put the full doses, and it's just word of mouth almost at that point. And then we used micro influencers to grow our business versus using these big celebs. We didn't want to pay only unless we saw a sell. So we had these micro influencers posting about us, and we got 5,000 ambassadors super quick, and they were all posting. We were helping them grow their Instagrams, and it was just going wildfire. And everybody's like, "Where did you guys come from? It's out of
overnight.
are
We were everywhere.
everywhere."
Now what's so end of the story? Where are you at now with Bucked Up?
So we are the #1 selling pre-workout. And we also, not only do we have a full line of sports nutrition products, we also have an energy drink, Bucked Up energy drink. And this year we'll probably do 65 to 70 million energy drinks. So it's doing really well.
Crazy successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this year, last year, we ended up at the end of the year having full distribution network across the United States. So now we can go into all the gas stations, and our sales guys just call up and they're like,
they're just
sure, okay.
close.
Keep
Like,
it going.
because right now they're closed.
We have the ability to now deliver to them to carry it.
So what is your top advice for some entrepreneurs?
Hard work is going to be that, hey, it isn't always easy. You'll hear these stories where they're like overnight success and millionaires and everything. But really, at the end of the day, it's still going to require someone to work really hard. And we were willing to put in the effort. So I think that would probably be the #1 thing.
We're competitive, so we like to try to outwork each
Yeah.
other.
It's a good
But
team.
it helps,
Good team. We're like yin and yang. Yeah.
And having somebody that thinks like you too. I mean, sometimes in business, partners are difficult, and
Creative, new ideas, and hardworking.
and we are. I think
we weren't
when
afraid
people-
to fight it out every once in a while. Too. Literally fight it out.
Not afraid to take risks, and we are very good at innovating. So now everybody's trying to copy what we do.
Yeah.
Instead of
Just
us
the
trying to come up with
success leaves
something,
clues.
we are probably on the forefront of innovation and coming out with new products that people try to copy.
And even if I didn't do Bucked Up, I would probably want to go and work for someone where I could be like the chief innovative officer or something like that. Because I like coming up with stuff and branding it. You know,
I mean, that's part of the
with
story.
stuff.
What inspires me and others watching is like you just saw opportunity and you did something about it. Hey, L-arginine. But he's like, wait, you just went out and did it. You execute.
We were definitely blessed in a lot of areas, no doubt.
Like, we had to hit the nail on the head, 5 to 7 different ways, and we actually happened to do it.
Yeah, luck doesn't just happen. It's where opportunity.
That's right.
Preparation.
That's
you guys had the preparation done.
We were willing to work hard. When that opportunity came, we took advantage of it.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you so much. I know they're going to be inspired by this story. It's one of my all-time favorite entrepreneurship stories.
Where can people buy Bucked Up? Where can they get in touch with you, follow you?
You can basically buy it at almost any gas station across the states now.
Okay.
We're definitely in GNC's, Walmart for sure.
Go to Walmart.
Walmart sells more energy drinks than anybody else.
Yeah.
So we're in every Walmart. You can buy it in a vitamin shop, a GNC, and in a lot of gas stations.
Go get Bucked Up.
Get Bucked Up.
Honor to have you.
Thank you for having us
very much.
If any of you watching today have any doubts that your current CPA is not helping you take 100% advantage of the deductions you deserve and helping you stay compliant with the IRS, then don't hesitate to get involved with TaxHive today. You won't be disappointed.